G'day ladies and gentlemen of By Artists for Artists. My name is Jazza and I'm making a bit of a video which is kind of just a conversation between me and you guys, basically talking about where I'm at with By Artists for Artists and why there hasn't been very much been uploaded lately and where I see the future going. So the problem is this. I'm very limited in my capacity to do things where I have a lot to do. And at the moment I have a lot to do and there has been a lot happening. I got married recently, hooray, that's really cool. Went on my honeymoon and I've also been extremely busy with my other YouTube channel, Draw with Jazza, and frankly paying the bills and trying to finish client projects and stuff like that. So that's all been very demanding of my time, and I've found that By Artists for Artists, as it is something that doesn't pay bills, though it involves a lot of people who are investing their enthusiasm, I feel like I let them down a bit by not being able to do that. But at the end of the day, I do need to kind of make ends meet on my end. So frankly, I feel like I bit off a little bit more than I could chew a little bit too early, but that doesn't mean anything about where this is going in the future. It just means that right now may not be the time to start. I feel extremely passionately about By Artists for Artists. I have a lot of hope in it turning into something bigger than myself, bigger than us, bigger than what we have here right now. And at the moment, it's a YouTube channel, and that's not what it needs to be. That's not what I envision it as. I envision it, By Artists for Artists, as a community in which people meet up quite often and do hangouts and often have conventions wherever they are. I picture it as a website where people upload their artwork, get really direct and candid and uplifting feedback, a really stable website that's very encouraging to new users who might get intimidated going to somewhere like DeviantArt or Newgrounds for the first time and seeing all these established artists and not having a forum on which to speak out for themselves or kind of get direct feedback without begging for it. So I see a lot that has a lot of potential, but the problem is to make all this stuff happen, it takes time and it takes money and it takes a little bit more than I can invest right now. So I did start some things that I do want to finish. I've started the group project, and that's not to say that won't be done. I'm just going to be delaying it for about 6 or 7 months while I get my stuff in order, so I'll pick that up again next year. As for the artist showcases, I'm going to just have to say, quite frankly, and it hurts me to say this, that I'm going to have to bring a hiatus on the artist showcases until there is a website. And that's frankly because there's a little bit too much for one person to handle, that one person being me at this point, because there are hundreds of entries to the showcase regularly that is very difficult for me to keep up with, and ends up being a full day, a day and a half work just to look at all the entries, let alone categorize them, save them, make a video, leave reviews, make a Tumblr post and all that stuff. So it ends up being very time consuming for what ends up being something that doesn't have a huge amount of payoff for me personally, but is extremely emotionally enriching for everyone involved, including myself. So what I need to do is give a bit of space and time between now and a little bit in the future when I create a website for By Artists for Artists, and then we take it from there. So my goal is in the future to create a By Artists for Artists website that caters to beginners quite specifically and to intermediate artists, and creates a very vibrant community based around feedback and based around building artists up from the ground up, and also a place for experienced artists to come in and share their knowledge and have a huge base for tutorials and people who want to teach. So I want it to become this community of giving and taking as much as people can, rather than how it feels on some of these really big established art forums or websites where essentially it's the most professional artist or animator or whatever ends up being the winner. So to further shine a light on the way I'm sort of thinking about this and how I feel about all of this, to those of you who don't know, I do meetups with what I do, and I've done 3 so far. And when I say meetups, what happens is we get together, everyone brings their sketchbooks and a pen or pencil or whatever, and we all just draw pictures and we all show each other our sketchbooks. And I've done 3 so far, 1 in Melbourne, 1 in Sydney, and 1 recently in LA, where there were about 80 people, and there were about 20 in Sydney and about 50 in Melbourne, and it was just amazing. Every single time it's just been such an amazing experience, and everyone gets so much out of it. The experienced artists get a lot out of it, and the really amateur, beginning, young artists get a lot out of it, and we all just feel so enriched for it. And that's what this all comes from. That's what By Artists for Artists originates from. It's just that feeling that I want to help young artists and beginning artists feel and be a part of feeling myself. And we all kind of have that in common. We've all shared those moments, and it really makes everything that we're working for and sometimes this endless struggle just worth it and just magical. So I'm sorry that there has to be a bit of a hiatus, frankly, due to my personal limitations and monetary limitations right now. But I will be frank in telling you that what I want in the future really lies a lot in this community art-based stuff, in particular with By Artists for Artists. And I have a lot of ideas and visions, and I really want to hear your ideas and your visions, and I really want to make it a place that everyone has input. And when I start the website, when I create the website, I want to create it with you guys. So I plan on doing some meetups in Melbourne where I meet with artists and we all discuss what we want out of the website and what are the best ways to achieve it. So it's not just going to be me and my ideas and my visions of making this. I really genuinely want to facilitate us and have it be our website and have our ideas be heard, and not do anything that the majority of people involved in this community, in this project, don't want out of it. So I'm going to be asking for your patience with me for a while. I don't know how long it'll be. I hope and plan that in the next 6 or 7 months I will be able to finish this group community project that I started, and I hope that within the next few years I'll be able to get a website off the ground. Unfortunately, I never envisioned the YouTube channel being much of a thing. I think a weekly showcase video series in the future will be a thing, and I think that will be a great thing, but in reality there are two things that I think By Artists for Artists will offer as a community that is invaluable, and it's not YouTube videos, it's a website which is going to be a really stable place for early artists to go to and experienced artists to go to. And the second thing is community and meetups. So to do a convention once a year perhaps, and figuring all that out, but at least in the short term, as things start building up, meetups and streams, and really facilitating that sharing aspect and creating a banner which we can all kind of fly over our heads, which is that we are all artists, we're all in the same boat together. So I hope you understand where this video is coming from. If you have any ideas or any comments or anything that you want to talk about, feel free to email me personally. My name is Josiah Brooks and my email address is jazzastudios@gmail.com, so feel free to email me if you want to talk about anything. So I'm just being totally straightforward with all this, and I hope you can appreciate and understand my need to do this. But at the same time, I hope you share my vision and hope for the future and where this is going, because I am genuinely still extremely excited about this, and this is in no way dropping any of this. It's just putting it on hold until reality can handle it, or until my reality can handle it. Thank you so much for bearing with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really excited for the future, and the feedback I've already had from the very limited reach that this By Artists for Artists idea has been able to have has been amazing, and the effect that it's had on me and on other artists is really nice. So that's what I want to work with, and thank you so much for taking part in that with me. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you later.